Today is the sixth day into an already active hurricane season. Today is only the sixth, and we already have three named storms. It's amazing. I'm watching the Weather Channel today, and Cristobal is threatening the Louisiana coast and the Pensacola coast, and all men on deck. And this is not even a hurricane yet. And it shows you the difference of people that care and don't care. United States, all men on deck. The Bahamas, a Category 5 blew through, and all men are not on deck to date. The 6th, on the 31st, on national television, I think it was very troublesome to Kai, like it's always been since this F&M government got to power. Everything that they promised that they were going to do haven't been done. Everything that they were opposition against while the PLP was the government, they swiftly came and passed it. Like, these guys on crazy pills. They're not naturally this stupid. These F&Ms are taking medication. How could they, in opposition, was across the aisle and saying no, 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 and all of a sudden they have the power and they said yes, yes, yes. And Bahamian people ain't say nothing. On the 31st or the 1st of June, Hiram Lewis, Captain Stephen Russell of NEMA. Again, I don't know if anybody else in the Bahamas see that's a conflict of interest. NEMA and the incompetent authority of Hiram Lewis and K. Forbes Smith. I don't know, are they working together? Has Captain Stephen Russell from NEMA came to Abaco since he sent those trailers over there for government people? What is the role of NEMA? Can somebody tell Kai Mills? Only thing NEMA's done is to stole the goods and hold them hostage that the Americans sent for Abaco. According to Hiram Lewis, he is still doing, this guy is so naive, he is still doing the assessment on the stolen goods from Abaco in the NEMA base in Nassau. Since Hiram Lewis came on national television so excited to have all of these stuff, those stuff are probably rotten by now, they're no good. That shows you the urgency and the lack thereof. There was never any urgency to come to the rescue of Abaconians before the hurricane, nor after it. That is why I put every death, everybody that died during Hurricane Dorian, I put them on the hands of the most honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, because he could have enacted the same authority that he has to have us locked down. He could have enacted the same law to enable us to come to Nassau, and their many lives would have been saved. But Hiram Lewis and Captain Stephen Russell, that getting paid just to wake up, came on national television and told the Bahamas, indeed the world, that Abaco schools are ready and the churches are ready for hurricane. And they said they have already done the assessment. They went on, we have done the assessment. They went on further and said they have already have people doing classes to run these shelters. My Lord, where is these shelters, y'all two lying buggers? Captain Stephen Russell of NEMA, Hiram Lewis of the incompetent authority that haven't had a meeting in Abaco since he became minister of nothing affairs. We can do better than this. Without even trying, we ought to have better than this. And I see in America, as I'm watching the Weather Channel, how serious they're taking a tropical storm. They are taking a tropical storm more serious than the Bahamas government has taken a Category 5. You remember in America, when a hurricane is coming, Category 3, small hurricane, man, they got the whole place cleared out. Cars after cars. They got a traffic jam of cars trying to leave the hurricane zone. You got a traffic jam way in advance. The Americans making it a mandatory evacuation. You gotta get out. If you don't get out, we'll pull you out, we'll drag you out. This prime minister knew, he got all the data. Everybody in the world tell him, get your people out. Mr. Prime Minister, this one is a killer. This is the worst one on record. Get your people out. They ain't come on the plane with little tight pants up at the airport talking to him either, but you know, gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Fortunately, he was there during the hurricane. I know it scared the bejesus out of him. He ain't catch himself yet. I think he must have been in a near-death experience during the hurricane, because Darren ain't been the same since the hurricane. He's still hurricane shock. But the prime minister had the power, and he allowed all those people to dead. And not only that, he allowed the people to dead and to die. And he just left them there for 9 months. What a horrible person this is. You let us die, my family, my relatives, and you left us there for 9 months, and you didn't come to the funeral. You only decided to bury them after you let Betsy owner's dog come back to the Bahamas. You decide to bury our loved ones after the dog died. I heard something say today that they like dogs more than like black people in America. That is certainly so. But then why go to America? Our prime minister liked the dog more than he liked Bahamians. I don't know what kind of clout this lady have in his constituency in Lightfoot Key, that the dog, because of the dog, he decided to let his people come back to the Bahamas. And if the dog wouldn't have died, they would have still been locked up. If the dog wouldn't have died, the lady from Lightfoot Key, Betsy dog, wouldn't have died, our loved ones would have still be in a trailer. And after all of that, after I hold him totally responsible for the death because he could have prevented it, he still did not show up for the funeral. Still didn't show up. And to date, there's nothing that is ready for hurricane. Trust Kai Mills on that. If a hurricane would have broke through Abaco today, there goes the death toll again. He tried nothing, absolutely nothing. This going on 10 months. This prime minister doesn't even speak of us and to us and about us in House Assembly. Have you all heard him say anything about Abaco? Mother's Day, he gave condolence to the dead people. No mention of the living that have the dead mothers, daughters in the trailer. There was no mention of that. Why am I talking today? Because the urgency, I see the urgency of what's happening. 3 named storm, 6 days in. No preparation for hurricane shelter in Abaco. After I did the video and said that Hiram Lewis need to come and spend a day in the high school, the next day, They had 30-man crew cleaning up the grounds of the school. People, government, catch sense while sense is passing. 9 months it took for you to clean the rubbish from the outside of the school. The people that paying it for is the Americans. It's not even the Bahamas government. The Americans must have saw my video and they paid these persons $100 each a day. And they told them specifically, don't go inside the school to clean any debris because the building is compromised and it could fall on you. When is the school going to be repaired? How can Hiram Lewis and Captain Russell of NEMA say that the school is ready for hurricane? Where are we going to go? Oh, tell me where. Could the Prime Minister wake up and tell the nation, what if a hurricane would have hit Abaco? Because they coming. We're right in the belt. We're in the juicy part of the hurricane belt. Can't miss us. But shouldn't, since 9 months ago, shouldn't it be in priority? You can't fix no hurricane shelter when a hurricane hit off Africa coast. It's too late, my brother. It's too late to bring us in. I remember Prime Minister coming into Treasury Key with a plane full of reporters like a fool. Couldn't even take nobody to Nassau, charging them. Sebasto start to bring us back free. Then the government, after we lost everything, the government had the Bahamas Air agents charging us a fee, credit card or whatever you had. You had to have money to evacuate a hurricane zone after the hurricane. That is the heartlessness of this government. Remember that? They were charging us to evacuate. People were so distressed and wanted to get out. Some slept on the airport for 4 to 5 days. I want Abaco to remember this government. This weightless, no good F&M government left people on the airport in Treasury Key and Marsh Harbor for 4 to 5 days. And if you didn't have money, you slept until the private citizen start to evacuate us. Then they deferred the fee. But people and families were already sleeping in a horrible condition 4 to 5 days after the hurricane. 10 months later, there is no relief. There is no shelter. If the storm were to pass through today, where would Abaco go? Darren Henfield, James Albury, it is time to wake up from that sleep. Come out of the coma. You guys have been elected to speak on behalf of Abaco. Where is the hurricane shelter? Where would Abaco go if a Category 5 would have come back? It's one of these kind care videos. I know it's going to go to the ears of them. All they got to do is listen and do say as I say so. You need to wake up. Hurricane coming. You're live with Kai on WCAY.